Hello, welcome back to Fantastic Dimensions. This is the second session of our D20 Call of Cthulhu Nocturnum campaign series. The first session was called Blood in the Snow, and this one I've appropriately titled Snowed In. So the investigators they've spent their first night in the Clearwater Hotel, woken up to a grisly scene in the morning, and then had a nice friendly interrogation by the local sheriff. So we pick up pretty much where we left off, just after said interrogation. You guys were basically left in the conference room after the sheriff had grilled you and made his threats and his arguments. However, you managed to escape being arrested, John, and you're all still free to roam and investigate as you wish. So, here we go. You guys are in the still. I don't think we left the room. So you guys are still in the conference room. I will let you guys discuss in character what you'd like to do next.
Easy, Jason. 0 to 60, man. 0 to 60. I won't show my gun.
Good.
Well, anybody have any ideas where these feeds go?
They would probably either go to the main office, as small as this place is, or they would probably go to a security room. I highly doubt this place has a security room, so best bet would be the main office.
Yeah, I remember seeing it looked like some sort of storage closet upstairs by our room. So if it's not, if we don't find anything in the office, we might be able to try there too.
All right, let's go look.
How hot did the area around the storage room feel?
Not particularly hot.
Okay, well, then it's probably not the storage closet because that many computers and video monitors would put off a large amount of heat, so more air conditioning power will be being drawn to that room.
If this was 5th edition D&D, I'd give you guys all inspiration because I'm really well impressed how accurately you remember exactly where we left off last session.
Well, do we just try to waltz into the office then?
No. Let's find one of the girls, and I'll try to talk my way into the office. I would allow you to do it, but you're fucking nuts.
It's all these psychic vibes, man. They're bouncing off the psychosphere, messing with my mind.
Just call him Black. Jason Black. Okay.
I guess I'm going to leave the room and head to the front desk.
Okay. There's actually a bloke on the front desk this time. He's wearing a name badge that says Thomas. He's again in his early 20s, short, really clean-cut, blonde hair, blue eyes. He looks kind of like he belongs on the cover of an Abercrombie and Fitch catalog or something. But yeah, he's dressed in the the concierge kind of uniform, a male version of the same uniform that Mary was wearing the night before.
Really clean cut. Did he tell them to give
super
him?
clean cut.
Did he tell them to give him a size too small shirt?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's he obviously works out.
Dick.
He obviously works out. So.
This guy's gonna be.
He's walking up. He says, "Yes, sir. How can I help you, sir?"
Oh yeah, it's Thomas. I'm in room 210. I think that was right.
That's right. Yeah. Says the team, not Thomas.
I'm pretty sure that, there was this thing down in the hallway in room 107 last night. I was wondering if, maybe if I slip you $20, you'll let me see the security feed.
And he looks really kind of uncomfortable. All of a sudden, he starts to sweat a little bit. And he wipes his brow and says,
I pull out, as soon as I see him start to sweat, I pull out my wallet, take $20 out and lay it on the counter.
He just looks around, like there's nobody really too close
I
nearby.
pull out
except for
another
his friend.
20 and lay it on the counter. As he
Okay, you
starts
got-
to look around.
So you put $40 on the counter already?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he reaches down and he takes the money and kind of sticks it in his pocket. And he says, he leans forward and he gestures for you to kind of go closer. And he says, "Are they cool?
Yeah, they're cool.
They're your friends?"
Yeah.
Okay. He says, "Man, thing in room 107. There was more than a thing in room 107. Did you hear? There's a woman ripped to pieces in there.
Yeah, I need to see the security feed from the hallway.
They're saying it was a grizzly attack.
That's what I heard too.
You want to see the security feed? Man, we'd have to go back to the office for that. I got to get somebody to cover me on the desk.
Well, I mean, you don't need anybody to cover you on the desk. Just, slip me the keys to the office. We'll go back there. I'm trained in security. I know how to work the equipment. I'll just look at the feeds I need to, then come back out, slip you the keys back. Man, nobody's the wiser.
Well, the manager's back there, so the door's probably unlocked. But the manager's probably not going to let you just walk in and start messing around with the equipment, she's a bit of a hard ass too,
Okay, so door's probably unlocked. When she leaves the office, does she leave it unlocked?
Well, I mean, the office always has somebody inside, so if she leaves, then somebody else will take. In fact, probably when she leaves on her lunch break, I'm supposed to go in there and cover for her for a bit because by then, Mary's supposed to be in to cover me, but she's getting from the office. I don't know who's covering me. Shit.
Okay.
I don't know, Matt.
When's her lunch break?
She usually takes her lunch right around 12:30.
Okay, well, just wait till then.
Mm-hmm.
When I see you head back to the office, I'll come knock on the door. It'll be cool, dude. Just relax a little bit. Not doing nothing illegal.
No, man, I'm cool. It's okay, man. He's looking around. He's like, I'm cool. It's all right.
Cool. So we'll see you in a little bit. I'm gonna walk off to the side.
Yeah, man. Look, when she goes on her break and I go cover the office, you guys come on down there. I'll let you see the feeds.
Cool. Thanks.
No problem, man.
Yeah. Go ahead and walk off towards the restaurant, I guess. As soon as we get a little away from the desk, I said, so there's the plan. Once he goes to the office, we're in. However, I don't know how long it's going to take me to find the right feed, so when she comes out for her lunch break, I'm going to need someone to cause a distraction.
That is my expertise.
Of that, I have no doubt. Just, don't do anything overly crazy.
Don't worry. I'll just hold her up for a bit.
Give me your gun.
Don't you mean give me my gun?
Yeah, give me the gun.
I look both ways. I'm like, right here, someone might see.
How are you going to hold her up for a bit?
I don't know. I'll just start talking about the psychosphere. Maybe I'll give her a palm reading.
That will creep her out. Can you flirt with somebody without being crazy?
I had an idea. How good are you, John, at faking a chicken bone in the throat?
Well, I'm more accustomed to reading chicken bones, but I could probably fake having one in my throat.
Or perhaps some sort of embolism. Make it exciting, and we'll get we'll call for the manager, and hopefully that should be a good enough scene to let John get into that office and give him the time he needs.
What about demonic possession?
No.
That would be much more up your alley, for sure.
No demonic possession. We don't even need to have you have an embolism in the middle of the room. Just distract her. If push comes to shove, start a small, non-threatening fire.
Don't worry, I won't be burning anything down. Not yet.
You do not want to ask John Honheim to start a small, non-threatening fire in the hotel that you're staying in. I just, this is GM's kind of What do you want to call it? I'm just intervening here, saying you don't want to ask him to start a fire. You have to understand, the last investigation he was investigating a theater that was rumored to be haunted, and it burned to the ground and 12 people died, including somebody that was with him on the investigation. Just saying.
Out of character, that's all very true.
So anyway, we'll get back into character. Sorry to break character. But.
Just distract her without being creepy, psychotic, sociopathic, creepy.
No problem.
So Jason,
I'll
are you
do
able
my
to,
best.
To quote Luke Skywalker, you ask the impossible.
I say I'll do it, but I have my fingers crossed behind my back.
Sure.
So Jason, are you good with the operating the computers?
Yeah, I should be able to operate the computers just fine.
Okay.
Do you want to take Richard, Molly with you, just in case?
He's the computer guy. You may need to crack a couple codes or something.
Yeah, if we need to actually crack a code, I could use your help, Molly.
Cool. I'm pretty good with locks as well.
Excellent. Although we'll have a key.
Safety in numbers. Yeah, Clevius.
So yeah, as everybody's discussing, I'm taking my last sips of coffee. And I would say there was a briefcase in the first room, correct?
Yep, there was.
212.
Okay. And there was the glass broken outward, right?
The glass was broken outward in room 212. And the sheriff told you that they found a body at the bottom of the chasm that they were trying to retrieve when they got called in for this latest murder.
Right. And so the room directly below its glass was broken inward.
That's correct as well. And you found a woman in there torn to pieces. And partially...
I'm going to take a guess and say that something was summoned in the first room and got into the second room. What do you say, John?
It's a fine theory. Whoever did it would have had to have been a powerful magician. No summoning circles, no incantations heard, no incense, no sigils. But not impossible. Not impossible by any means.
Summoning circles, magicians. This is why people think what you do are crazy.
Molly's actually making notes in a small. Right.
I think Molly has become a believer.
But he says that but if that's the case, then does that mean this creature might still be somewhere in the hotel?
That's a possibility. But the reason I bring that up is if we don't see anything on the cameras, then it all took place outside the rooms as it busted out the window and went into the other window.
You'll have to look at the cameras to get that information. But
exactly.
An interesting point, just to maybe click a few light bulbs in people's heads. They might be light bulbs, they might be red herrings, whatever you want to take from it. But both hotel rooms, rooms 212 and rooms 107, after the attacks took place, when you guys came to investigate, the doors were ajar.
This is true.
They both had broken windows and they both had doors ajar. So you never know where anything might be or could have gone.
God damn it, I love a mystery. I can't wait to see those tapes.
You can't wait to see what?
The surveillance tapes, or hear about them.
So, John, do you know if these creatures exude any kind of materials that we could perhaps track? ectoplasm.
Possibly ectoplasm. Though I haven't seen any
equipment.
Cledius is our best bet at identifying ectoplasm, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was able to, what's the word you're looking for? He was able to disprove the substance inside of the briefcase as not being ectoplasm anyway, is a word, but yeah.
Yeah. I still have a feeling that there's a strong connection with the Native Americans.
So, just to point out to you guys too that it's only like maybe a little after 7 a.m. right now. You have over 5 hours before the managers can go on our lunch break. So you guys do have plenty of time if you want to do any other kind of investigation for now.
I'll tell you what, I need some more coffee, so why don't we go down to the restaurant and kind of listen around and see if we can pick up on anything while we're eating.
We could ask some of the locals about the native population, maybe find a contact.
Yeah.
Yes. I'd like to see. I want to see if if I can identify any of the staff as being of American Indian descent.
The staff, no, not in the hotel. None of the staff are natives. No.
This is a pretty small town. If anything like this happened before, people will remember it. If we go outside of the hotel, maybe to a local hole in the wall, we could probably ask around, see if something like this has happened before.
At 7 in the morning?
Okay. Depends on the type of miners we have. Some of them like to get a little shit-faced before they go to work.
We could go check out one of the mining operations. It's something that pulls inside of me that says they have something to do with this as well.
Do you guys want to start off in the restaurant first and talk to some of the locals?
Yeah, because no matter what, I got to get some coffee. So yeah, we're going down there.
Okay. You guys go over there for some coffee. You get a seat. You actually get seated this time because they're expecting to get a little bit busy soon, so they're not going to just let you sit wherever you want. Do you want smoking or non-smoking? That's the question I'll ask.
Oh, smoking.
Okay.
Smoking.
They take you over. There's 4 of you. Yeah, they take you over to a 4-seater, a booth seat in the smoking section. Not too far from the bar or from the big table you sat at the night before. You guys order coffee, whatever breakfast you like. We won't go too deep into the details, but whatever basically makes sense. There are a few people that kind of stand out to you in the area. There's one man. He's a tall, thin stick of a man. He actually has a small white poodle with him at his table, at his booth seat. Sorry, he's sitting alone in the booth seat, and he's drinking coffee and scribbling in a notebook. There is the woman who you saw the night before, the woman that screamed when she saw you guys inside room 212 with all the blood and stuff. You might remember she was called Miss Hasley, or Miss Hesley, sorry, Hasley, by the bellboy, whose name I forget. Did I ever give him a name, the bellboy?
Don't recall.
I don't remember.
We're going to call him David.
David.
He's the bellboy. So you see Miss Hesley there. Like I said before, she's the heavyset woman in her 40s. She's got the short, dark, curly hair. She wears the big pearls around her neck. She's got a young boy, looks to be about maybe 9 or 10 years old, sitting with her at a table, and they're eating, and she's lecturing him on something or other, trying to tell him, not to hold his fork like that, and lean over your plate, don't get your food on your lap, you're supposed to eat it, not wear it, etc., etc. And then there's another man sitting at the bar. It's about 6:30 in the morning. He seems to be drinking looks like a glass of whiskey with a melting ice cube in it. He is a broad-shouldered man in his early 40s. He's wearing casual business attire. It's a little bit small because he's such a big man, so it looks like it doesn't quite fit him properly. He's got a really thick red beard, um, and he's telling some kind of a joke, and he's got about 3 girls standing around laughing and talking to him there, and they range in the ages from their mid-20s to their mid-30s. And he's just laughing, having a drink, and talking, and smoking a cigarillo. And these girls seem to be enraptured in some kind of crazy story he's telling. If you listen in to his story, he's talking about some kind of crazy game in Scotland that they play where they throw telephone poles as far as they can. Those are the people that stand out to you immediately. The one man stands out because he's sitting there scribbling a notebook and he's got a dog sitting at the table with him. The woman that you saw last night, obviously, you remember. And then this guy, because he is the radiant personality in the room. His voice booms when he laughs. You can almost feel the vibrations in your own table. And he just exudes charisma, and he has these women talking to, just hanging on every word he says. Even the bartender is just standing there with the bottle of whiskey still in his hand, kind of listening to his story. So,
Well, I would definitely like to speak to the man with the dog. Drawing, animal. He's occult sensitive. Guaranteed. Something supernatural went down here. He was affected some way or another.
Because he's drawing and he's got a dog?
Artists are open to spheres that normal men are not. They're affected creatively in ways that they don't even know themselves.
okay. So he's drawing your attention. You want to go over and talk to him?
I do.
Have you ordered any breakfast or just coffee or?
No coffee. I ate. I did order breakfast.
Okay. Are you gonna wait to have your breakfast first and talk to him, or?
Nope. I'll get up and put out my cigarette and walk over.
Okay. He's smoking as well, so you don't have to put out your cigarette. He's in the smoking section. They're all in the smoking section.
Oh, I keep it then.
Yep. Okay. So you're gonna walk over and join him. What about the rest of you guys? What are you gonna do just before I carry on with Andrew?
Just going to sit there and watch for a while.
Okay. You're gonna enjoy your breakfast and your coffee and relax.
Beer. Yeah.
You're having a beer at 7 o'clock in the morning.
He saw some shit last night, man.
Okay, your choice. No worries. What about your character, Leonard? Richard Molyneux?
He's sort of he's going to finish off his blueberry waffles and a gallon of root beer.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, he's just going over in his mind, the different steps to hack a computer, and he's getting geared up for the coming event.
Cool. Very good. And what about Cledius?
I'm gonna hear, but I'm gonna pay attention to the loud guy because he may he's not really the kind of person that I'd like to associate with, but being that in this small town, having somebody this big either is coming through or there's something. They have lots of money or they have something invested in a small town like this. So I'm going to listen closely.
Okay, cool. Leonard, you probably noticed I just muted you there. Sorry about that. There's like a weird wind feedback on your microphone, so I just wanted to cut that out for a minute.
Oh, okay, I think it's the fan. I'll try and move it.
Might be, yeah. Sorry. Mute works too. It's always good in these Hangout talks to just kind of mute your mic when you're not talking, just for feedback purposes and stuff. But okay, so the only person who's actually getting up and leaving the table is John. So we'll go back to Andrew. John, you get up. Your breakfast hasn't come yet, but you've got your cigarette. You walk on over to the table of the guy sitting there, and he's scribbling away in this notebook. You get a peek anyway. He's not drawing anything. He's actually writing something.
Interesting.
How do you approach him?
So I hear some dishes clinking around a little bit in the back, maybe some light hotel music. Take a big puff of my cigarette and just slowly cross the room. I circle around him, looking him up and down really good, see what's going on with him.
He takes absolutely no notice of you, and he's just totally enthralled in whatever he's writing.
Excellent. Where's his dog in relation to him? Is he sitting right beside him?
Yeah, dog's sitting right beside him, and as you approach and get kind of closer, it starts to yap at you, and then he notices you.
I'll put up my hand like I'm hailing him, saying hello, and go to give the dog a pat, but I'll go really slowly to see if he stops me.
He doesn't stop you, but the dog, being a poodle, is extremely nervous and excitable, and it's yapping and growling, and as you reach towards it, it tries to snap at your hand.
I let it bite me.
You let it bite you? Okay, draw some blood. Take 1 point of damage. And yeah, you're bleeding a little bit from your right ring finger.
So while he's kind of gnawing on my hand, I'll take my other hand and just kind of pet the tuft on the back of his neck.
Okay, roll a diplomacy. Or do you have animal handling? I don't know if that's a skill in this game.
Yeah, I looked. I think it's diplomacy is the closest.
Diplomacy will work.
My diplomacy would be 12.
Okay, good enough. Yep, he calms down eventually, and yeah, you're petting him, and rather than looking at the dog, and he looks at you in horror when the dog bites you at first, thinking that you're gonna like be really upset, and then he looks again, and then he looks confused. Like he says, "That's odd."
Your dog seems to be on edge. Has he been taking the stay hard?
He doesn't like people. It's strange that he's warmed up to you, actually.
Some people say I'm pretty good with animals, but I'm just sensitive to energies normal people are not sensitive to.
Is there something that I can help you with, sir? Mr.
Actually, Hohenheim. John Hohenheim, nice to meet you, and I extend my right hand.
He extends his right hand and shakes yours. He's still got the pen in his hand a little bit, marks your hand a little bit with ink when he shakes your hand. Oh, sorry about that. I forgot about the pen. I'm really... yeah, John. I'm Reginald Thompson.
Reginald?
Yeah, I'm an author. I'm working on a story. I apologize. Yeah, so...
Come up into the snowy waste to lock yourself away to write your great novel? Is that the plan?
Well, yeah, pretty much. I'm really quite surprised that Thor has taken so well to you. Would you like to have a seat?
Yes, I would actually. Thank you for asking, and I'll swing around in a chair.
Okay.
Part my jacket and sit down.
And you see now Thor is growling again, but he's not growling at you. He's actually looking at the man who's talking to the women and growling. The big guy with the red bushy beard. He looks kind of lumberjacky, and except for the fact that he's wearing business attire. But yeah.
So I take a long drag off the cig and just let the plume of smoke puff up towards the ceiling, and I tell Reginald, or I ask Reginald rather. So how long have you been here?
Yeah, I've been here a few days already. I'm planning to stay for a couple of weeks, work on my book.
So how's that been going for you? You find inspiration?
And he looks kind of nervous, and he says, yeah, well, lots of inspiration, you know, the extreme weather, the strangers coming and going. Well, not so much going anymore.
And these alarming incidents.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? It's scary to think about.
You know, Reginald, I've heard stories of men that take to an astral world, a world the normal of us can't see, very subtly affected so. They might have bad dreams, weird symbols, weird imagery slipping into their daily life. They say the creative are always the first to be affected.
Yeah, well, the only dreams I have are about the accident.
What kind of accident did you have, Reginald?
I'd rather not talk about it.
Ah, fair enough. We all have those types of accidents. This was not our destination either. Takes another heavy drag. Do you mind if I examine your dog a bit?
Why? What's wrong with Thor? I don't know. He'll let you examine him.
Yeah, he seems to be a little bit riled up, a bit on edge. I just like to look at his eyes.
He's a miniature poodle. They're always wound up.
Yeah. Well, it's okay if not. I think I've got all I need.
Well, I hope it was some help to you, John. Do you like action and adventure novels?
I'm more of a horror man.
That's a shame. This is going to be a big one.
What are you gonna call it?
Well, I'm still working on a proper title, but right now um, it's called Broadswords and Breasts. It's an action-adventure epic, actually.
Nice. Set in medieval times. A little bit of sword and sorcery, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't really call it medieval times. It's more of a fantasy action-adventure epic. You ever play Dungeons and Dragons?
Ah, I've heard of it. Not my
Yeah.
cup of tea.
Well, you probably won't like it then. I'm afraid. I'm sorry.
Well, it's nice talking to you. I'm gonna be around here. Maybe I'll poke in again sometime. Say hi to your dog.
Well, I don't think any of us are going anywhere for a few days, so and enjoy your stay, John. It's nice to meet you.
Thanks, you too. And I'll pet the dog again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll try
The
to.
dog startled for a moment because I forgot you were there, and then it goes back to growling at the big man at the bar.
I'll try to ever so slightly turn the dog's head. Does my occult radar go off at all? I mean, I know it's not like an actual. Would John interpret he feels something with the dog?
John would say it's very. John knows that animals are sensitive to things that humans can't perceive. So I suppose John would wonder why is the dog. Obviously, the dog obviously didn't trust you when you first arrived. That's a natural reaction to a stranger. But once you establish yourself and let it bite you and it realize, oh, you're no harm, and it lets you be. But the dog still is having a strong reaction to that man at the bar, so there must be something strange about him, you figure.
Yeah, I just I try to
That's how
use
John
my
would say it.
I try to use my telepathy. Well, what John thinks is telepathy when he's looking at the dog, and he's just like, "What has you so riled up?"
And
And
Doug completely ignores him and just continues to growl at the man.
he takes his hand off and walks back to the table.
Okay, your pancakes arrive. Everybody's breakfast arrives.
John's an amateur dog whisperer.
Well, the artist was of little help. He's too involved in his work, but that dog. Something's up with that dog. Fido doesn't like that man over at the bar. And it's more than nerves. I think there's something up with him. That dog is sensing something supernatural.
So that dog's smaller than a cat, and that guy is huge. He's probably worried he'll step on him.
Nah, it's more than that, my friend.
Yeah, I have a weird feeling about that guy over there too. Sure would like to hear what either him or some of his fans over there had to say. Maybe maybe our friend over there from room 107. Maybe she knows a little something about this guy.
She's dead.
No, I mean the one with the pearls.
Oh, sorry, the other one. Yeah, gotcha.
Yep.
Jason, you're pretty good with the ladies. Maybe you should go over there and try to peel him off so we can get at him easier.
So you want me to go over there and start flirting with 3 women that are hanging on every word?
Yeah,
Try
I mean,
to
if
peel them away from him. But I think the only thing that'll get us involved in is a fist fight.
well, if it succeeds, we'll intervene and stop him from following. And if it fails, I'll have a good laugh while I'm eating my breakfast.
You just want to see me kick the crap out of that guy, don't you?
I don't say anything and just stick a really big piece of pancake in my mouth.
Cletus, you're the only person in the bar in the entire place that's probably taller than that guy. He's about 6.5 feet tall, probably around 300 pounds. He's a big, and he's not fat. He's a big, strong, well-built guy.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 275 pounds, whatever. But he's big,
Right.
beefy.
Okay. I guess I'll. You guys are just. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna walk up to the bar, and I'm gonna order a. I'm gonna order a martini,
Shaken or stirred?
stirred, of course,
Mm-hmm.
and right next to where they are, and kind of
Bartender
listening.
puts a glass on the table, puts some ice in it, pours just a splash of vermouth, and starts pouring some gin in it and stirring it.
Okay.
He says, "Olive."
Yes, 2, please.
Okay. Takes 2 green olives, sticks them on a toothpick, and slaps it in the drink and pushes it over to you. Says that'll be $4.50.
All right. So I go in 6. Take a little tiny sip of it, and try to listen in a little bit and see what I can make out that's going on over there with them.
Yeah, he's finished the story about caber tossing now, and now he's talking about how, he's telling a joke about how, in Scotland, you should never call it a dress, because if you call it a dress, it'll get you killed.
Mm-hmm.
And the girls all chuckle and laugh. And
He's got lots of stories about Scotland. I guess I'm gonna have to do this the messy way. So I gotta turn around. I turn around and oops, spill my drink on one of the women's backs.
Oh, okay. She's the older one of the group. She's in her mid-30s. She turns. Oh my God! What's
man.
wrong with you?
I am so sorry, ma'am. I am so sorry. Oh.
And the guy turns and he says, "What's going on here?" And he looks up at you. He's not used to looking up at anybody. He says, "Hey, what the hell is your problem, man?"
I'm sorry, sir. I've been up kind of late. I was just trying to get me a little nip this morning, and accidentally spilled this on her. But I tell you what. What is everybody drinking? I'll pay for her dry cleaning. It seems like we'll be here for a while. What's everybody having?
And how badly did you spill a drink on her? Did you like dump it on her?
Oh no, I didn't dump it on her. I just
He's like,
gave her
"Yeah,
a nice
I'm okay. He's like, "Well, the 3 ladies are having mimosas, and I'm having a Glenfiddich 12-year single ice cube."
Oh, a man of distinguished taste. So I'll say I'll tell the bartender to give everybody another drink when theirs was finished. Make sure it's nice and fresh.
All right, that'll be $20.50.
Oh, God damn. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm making a mistake. Sorry, the mimosas. Sorry, that'll be
You got mail.
that'll be $26.
So I pull out my billfold and I dig into my little secret compartment on the side where I keep my emergency money. Pull it out and pay for their drink with the $2 tip because pushing it now.
Okay.
So where are you guys from? You up here vacation or do you live around here? Or?
The ladies are all obviously a little bit put off, not trusting. But the guy says, I'm here on a sales trip. I'm a representative for Condor Mining Materials. We're an industrial supply company. He says, I live over in Denver, but I come here every year. I sell equipment to the two major mining companies here in town. He says, what about you? What brings you here?
I was just traveling through. I was going to a book convention. I deal in books and actually work for a library. Me and a couple of my friends were taking a little ride through, and we got stranded here.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's a nice place. A little weird stuff was going on last night, but did you hear anything about that?
He looks at you with kind of like a disapproving kind of warning look, and then he like kind of turns his head towards the girls, and you notice like when you bring up the events of last night, like the ladies start to get really uncomfortable and nervous. He says, yeah, we were just trying to forget about all that actually. Thanks for bringing it up.
Nice. My apologies. So it sounds like you got a nice little business going on here. So what exactly are you a supplier of?
I specialize. I sell specialized mining equipment, so it depends on the needs of the particular mine. But obviously, the Delaney's have their copper mine here, and then there's the they use much kind of older equipment, I suppose. But I sell them specialized blast equipment and safety equipment and things of that sort. The Universal Mining Company, however, they are much more advanced and use a lot of automated, mechanized things, and so. If I'm being honest with you, I make a little bit more money dealing with them, of course, because they deal with the more expensive equipment. So.
Right. I'm sure they make a lot more money also. So these those are both. I'm gonna guess one of them's a national company and the other one's a local.
Well, the Delaney Mining Company, they kind of found this town.
Okay.
Universal, they've only been here for the last 20 years, but they're quickly outpacing Delaney.
Right.
Do you know much about mining?
Actually, one of my uncles used to mine. He was.
It can be a very, very dangerous business if things aren't done properly. I think this is one of the advantages to a company like Universal in that they use automated equipment. Some people would argue that they employ less people, but at the same time they endanger less lives. So.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I lost my uncle to a mining accident. So yeah, I see it both ways. But yeah.
What is your charisma, please? Sorry, real quick.
Let me see. That's pretty low. Mine is an 8.
An 8. Okay.
Got
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
very sorry to hear that, he says. The women are all starting to look kind of bored.
Yeah. So, well, I guess I'll see you guys around. Looks like we're going to be here for a while. We'll be down here. If you want, you can come and join us later on. Maybe I'll get you another drink. Apologize to the lady I spilled the drink on.
No need. Listen, it was an honest accident. I appreciate you buying us around. It was very kind of you. And he looks at the three girls. He looks at you with a wide-eyed look. And he says, "Yeah, maybe I'll see you later."
Okay. So I'll go over to the table. I look over at John. I say, now it gets a little deeper. Seems as if there's two mining companies. One of them pretty much found the town, and the other one's up and coming and taking over a little bit. And I'm sure they don't like that. So this may be a lot larger than we think.
If there's one thing we learned from the Paradise, it's that these nefarious plots go back decades.
Yeah. And as well as I do, you start digging in the ground, you're liable to find something down there.
A mining company basically founded this town, this village, the city, whatever you want to call it. I wonder what they really founded it for. I'm going to look into things. I'm going to find out.
Yeah. What do you say? I mean, what time would you say it would be now? About an hour later?
Not even. Yeah, I mean, it's probably before 8 o'clock in the morning anyway.
Okay. Well, tell you what, since you guys are gonna go take care of the surveillance, I think we're gonna go take off and do a little investigating. What do you say?
I think that would be wise.
Do you guys want to stay, or do you want to come with us?
You got a long time.
We
Yeah,
still got
Molly's
time to kill.
Molly's he's feeling pretty shattered. He's gonna go get a couple hours of sleep.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
hopefully.
sleep last night. That's right. Yeah.
No, and he's paying for it now. So hopefully, yeah. So Jason, just wake me up when you need me to come down. I'm gonna hit the hay.
No problem, Molly.
Before we leave, I get back up and take my wallet out and remove one of my business cards, and I walk back over to the writer with the poodle and hand him one of my Shambhala PI cards and tell him if he sees anything unusual, he should contact me, room 210.
And he looks at you and he starts to kind of sweat and he looks really nervous and he looks back at you and he says, "Right. Thank you, John. I'll do that."
And walk back to the table.
All right. Well, I'm sure it's not going to be easy traveling around here, but I guess I'll go up and get my coat and hat, and we'll take off.
Okay. Where are you guys going to go? Jason, you going with them or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the room, get my leather jacket and put on my cowboy hat, head out with them.
I'm going to go to the front desk before I leave.
Okay. What are you going to do at the front desk? You still see Thomas sitting there.
Hey, Thomas, do you know of a place in town where the tribe meets, maybe an area where most of them live?
The natives? No, man, it's weird. I mean, you can usually find them in small groups here and there around the restaurants and bars, but there isn't a reservation for hundreds of miles. It's kind of unusual there's so many of them here working in the mines, really, but they keep to themselves mostly.
So they don't actually have housing in the town, but nobody knows where they kick up their
Well,
boots?
they have various places that they stay around town, yeah, but they don't really congregate or anything of that sort, except for, like I said, in the bars or in the mines.
I see. Do you know anybody I might contact if I was interested in learning more about these natives?
Man, I don't know. Your best bet would probably be to go to the mines. I don't know. Try to catch some of them there. They don't intermingle too much with the local people, though. So good luck.
Do these natives, are they honorable? Or are they loyal? Have they stayed with the oldest mine? Or have some of them jumped ship?
No, I mean, there's some of them working on both mines, really. More of them work for Delaney, I suppose. But as far as honorable or loyal, no. I mean, come on, man. You know, you know what they're like.
No, what are they like?
They drink a lot, rowdy, breaking into people's cars and stuff, things of that sort. You can't trust them as far as you can throw them.
I'll keep that in mind, and I'm going to slide him my Shambhala PI card too and say, well, you know where you can find me. If you see anything that's comes across as odd, especially if it's from a native, I'd be very happy to hear about it, and I take out a 10.
What?
Slip him the 10 with the card.
What room are you in, Mr. Hohenheim?
210.
Okay. Thanks. I'll let you know if I see anything, yeah.
Alright, so I'll go wait by the door for everybody else to come down, because I always, even when I'm inside, I wear my trench coat, so I'm ready to go.
Cool.
All right. So grab my stuff. And I'm actually a little scared to grab my little my antique pistol, but I do have my. Not that I need it.
You gonna leave the pistol behind?
And yeah, walk back down. Yes. Do not want to get caught with that.
What about you, Jason? What are you bringing?
I'm taking my pistol and my knife. And pretty much just my cowboy hat, put my boots, and my boots are already on, get my leather jacket on, and head out.
Okay. All right, let's just take a real quick, like a 2-minute, not even 2-minute break. I just want to make a fresh drink real quick. Be right back to you.
Okay.
Right.
Think about where you want to go first. So.
So I was thinking either we go to Delaney, the mining company, or we go to a local hole like Jason suggested, and try to get some information on the down low.
Yeah, because I mean, just walking up on a business, it's not gonna, that might not work out too well. And we could yeah, I'd say we should probably go to a local place and just kind of talk around and see if what's the overall view of these two businesses.
Well, if we could somehow get our hands on a couple of federal investigator IDs.
What was your friend's name, Cledius, the miner that you talked to at the bar? The salesman, the businessman.
I don't even remember. Damn.
All those tomes, my friends. Thousands and thousands of pages, memorized word for word, but you never could remember a name.
Maybe those mining companies might do tours.
That's a $1,000 idea.
So you guys know where you want to go first?
Is there a bar establishment, Ian?
There are a few bars in town.
It's still pretty early though for a bar.
Well,
shall we
a
go
mining
just
town,
around?
And they work around the clock, so chances are
Oh,
it will still be open.
So they're still serving, you think?
They probably are.
Well, let's go check it out. Would we know where the bars are? Is that something we'd have on a map, or?
Well, no, but you could walk around town and find one. It's not that big of a place.
I know the MSHA does checks and does furthermore safety inspections on mines all the time, but unless we can get our hands or forge up some MSHA documentation.
Well, we could try to get Molly to a computer. He seems to be pretty good with that stuff. Maybe he could make something that looks passable if we can get him a printer and the internet.
Yeah, I've done kind of, I've made a few IDs for teenagers wanting to buy alcohol and stuff. I'm no professional, but
there is a printing place in town. It's actually connected to. It's actually part of the newspaper.
Interesting.
If you talk to like maybe the concierge, Thomas, he could tell you the kind of interesting places in town. Obviously, you know about the two different mining companies, Universal Mineral and Delaney Mining Incorporated. He says there's a general store in town. It's the main place to buy booze, gas. They're the only places to get gas. And other supplies. The sheriff's office. There's the town hall. And then there's the Valley Voice newspaper. And they do printing as well there. In fact, that's how they pay the bills because the papers are free. So.
Well, there should be some kind of local office for the Mining Safety and Health Administration.
The mines do have offices in town, so besides the actual mining operations themselves, because they have to have a business office. So,
are you thinking some form of espionage, theft?
I'm thinking we walk in, you ask a few questions, one of us palms a fucking safety inspector's badge. We white out the name, go make copies of it.
You think they'll have them just laying around in a basket?
They have to wear them when they're in the office.
So we're gonna steal one. We're gonna pinch one off of a person while they're looking at us, basically.
Be the safest way to do it. Be the fastest way. That's how I would do it.
How do we pull it off, though? What's the execution?
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to John and kind of extend my hand to shake his hand.
John cautiously puts a finger out, shakes the hand.
I'm gonna shake his hand. Hey man, how you doing? My name's Jason. I'm gonna put my other hand on his wrist. I'm gonna try to steal his watch.
Okay.
What's the opposed check for me?
Would probably be spot check versus. What would it be? Is there a sleight of hand skill or sleight of hand? Spot versus sleight of hand.
You got a 16.
Looking for sleight of hand.
It's under sense motive.
I've got sense motive and then spot.
Really?
Yeah.
So you must have no training in sleight of hand. So it's just straight up dex check.
It's a 16, so I matched him.
We tied.
My dex check would make it. My dex check would actually make it +2, so it'd be a 18.
Okay. Yep. Okay, you slip off his watch.
I just hold it up in front of him. I just hold it up in front of him. That's the method.
John.
And what if the person spots you?
He's a magician.
Let's hope they don't. Unless anybody else is better at it than me.
No. I'm just saying. Let's have a contingency plan.
Contingency plan is, I guess, to knock his ass out.
So we'll position ourselves strategically.
Can I ask you why exactly you feel the need to get a safety inspector's badge?
Well, if we want to get into this mine with unfettered access, we're going to need an MSA. We're going to need an MSHA badge.
Remember that it's a small town. A lot of people have seen you guys here at the hotel.
This is true.
It's not
I
like
say we go in and see if there's any pamphlets on tours.
Probably be the safest bet.
The access, it's a risk, but the access a tour is going to allow us is going to be, negligible to what we're going to be wanting to do.
Yeah, but once we get in,
then I guess we're basically at the same place at that point. Then we have to deceive them somehow to sneak off into areas we're not supposed to be in.
that's if there is a tour.
If there's a tour,
Now we're just gonna have to knock one of these people out and steal their work clothes and pretend like we're punching in.
Well, I mean,
This is sounding like a bad idea.
I mean, there'd be extra work clothes and uniforms and things in the locker rooms, wouldn't there? We could maybe, sneak in, grab some uniforms, pose as workers.
I guess what I'm saying is, are you guys trying to get down to the depths of the mine? Is that what you're going for? Because if you just want to go to the mine, have a look around, talk to some people, you don't need really to do any kind of subterfuge to do that. But if you're trying to get deep down into the mines, okay, well then you're looking at like a bit of a more involved process. But
this is all.
You're also looking at the the risk involved in that is prosecution, incarceration, or death, of course.
And
mines are dangerous places.
I'd like to point out, I did not make the sheriff happy. His vote of confidence in us.
Actually, that's a good point, because John is going to probably be kind of like a source of a lot of local gossip as well.
Yeah, I say we just go around, talk to people, and then we'll come up with something. Because this is all a hunch. This is a hunch. We don't know. But once we once we see the video tapes, we'll know. Then we'll have some sort of idea. Hopefully, if not.
Okay, so where do you guys want to go first?
Let's go.
Well, do you want to go to the bar first and try a Native American angle?
Yeah, let's do that. Yes.
Okay. So you guys gonna walk into town? Gonna ask somebody for a lift?
I want to walk.
Okay.
Yeah, he said it was about 2 miles, right?
Yeah. It's 2 miles, and you're looking at snow drifts of anywhere from 4 to 7 feet high, everywhere around town. There are a lot of locals out with their own personal snow plows, the just fucking pickup trucks with the plows put on the front, and they are plowing the roads. So the roads are just barely passable through town and up to the hotel. Let's see, to walk 2 miles in the snow, it'll probably take you about 45 minutes, I'm going to say, to get down to town. So by the time you get down to town, we're going to say it's about 8:45. I'm going to bring up my town map in front of me just to have it there. Yeah, and you do see a bar pretty quickly on one of the sides, on the eastern side of town. We're going to call it. We're going to call it the Clemson Lake Tavern.
All right.
It's really divey, really seedy. It's 2 stories, but the second story looks like it's probably just like storage and maybe an office or something up there. But for the main part, everything is mainly on the business level, ground level. Yeah, you walk in, and it's even here at 9 o'clock in the morning nearly, it's dark, smoky. It smells of like stale urine and beer. And you see at this time of day, there's about 10 people inside. There's a bartender behind the bar, one solo bartender. She's a woman, looks like she's probably pushing 50. She's got long black hair. She's short, pudgy, very unattractive. Got a real sour look on her face. Does not look happy at all. Doesn't look like your typical customer service, ideal employee. She just looks kind of like she's pissed off to be here. And then amongst the 9 patrons in the place, you do see a group of 3 Native Americans sitting at one table with a pitcher of beer, and they've got a bowl of nuts and a bowl of pretzels that they're eating, and they're talking in a language which you don't understand.
Well, John walks over and sits down at the bar and looks in the direction of this ugly barmaid and says, "Well, hello, beautiful."
She looks at you, like rolls her eyes and says, "What the fuck do you want?"
Then my camera focuses off of her onto the bottle of Jack Daniels. I was talking about the whiskey.
Ha ha, yeah, you're a smart guy. So she pours you a glass, slides it over to you, says that's going to be $5.
I give her $5 and a dollar tip.
And she says, "Thanks."
No problem. And I will rotate the whiskey shot glass 3 times, and then I'm going to do something over it with my hand before I drink it.
She watches you very closely. She's looking at you, staring almost into your eyes.
I'll just say, superstition.
You're the guy. You're the guy everybody's talking about.
People are talking about me?
Yeah, you're the outsider.
Yeah, we're kind of stranded.
You say you killed 2 people up at the hotel. She
No.
pours you another whiskey and slides it over. Says that was on the house.
Thank you. And I'll repeat the process a little bit quicker now.
She leans over and she kind of comes up to you like this across the bar. "So tell me, did you do it?"
What business is it of yours?
Just asking.
And what if I did? What if I killed them both?
Well, that would make you probably the most interesting person in town now, wouldn't it?
Well, I agree I am the most interesting, but for many other reasons.
I'll take that as an admission of guilt. And she turns. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm just staring in awe. Just gonna look over to Cledius. Well, if public opinion's in it at all, he's fucking going to be convicted and killed.
Cledius?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, somebody like me would never be in a place like this. Completely out of place. So yeah, I'm sitting at the bar stool. I'm probably
Roll
next.
a spot check for me.
Okay. Okay. That's my bonus. I'm sure it's not going to matter. 4.
So as your bonus is 4?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 12. Okay.
Yes.
So John's gone up and is having his little flirtation with the the nasty-looking barmaid. Jason is just staring at him in wonderment. His jaw drops. He says this thing to you. He says, "I can't believe this." He says, what he just said. And you realize that the 3 Native Americans are looking at you guys and kind of like they're obviously talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you can tell when somebody's talking about you?
Right.
You don't know what the hell they're saying. They're saying it loudly, but in a language you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And you also notice that a bunch of the other people, the locals in the bar, have gotten kind of quiet.
Yeah. So they all know who we are. So Yeah, I'm gonna sit down at the bar, kind of next to John, and
Barmaid says, "What can I get for you, tall and handsome?"
uh, I'll take a whiskey and no. Let me get a gin and tonic.
All right. She pulls up a Collins glass, sits at a table, puts a few ice cubes in it, slams a lemon in there, lemon wedge, gin, tonic water, slides it over, says that'll be $6.50.
All right. So pull out $6, or actually I'll pull out $7 and put it down.
She says, "Well, aren't you a big spender?" He turns away.
It's more where that came from me.
I'm just gonna walk up and sit down. Darling, can I get a beer?
What kind of beer, sweetheart?
Whatever you got. Budweiser's fine. If you got Amber Bock, I'll take that.
She says, "Yeah, Budweiser. There you go." She pops it over, sets it up on the thing. It'll be $4.50.
Hand her $6.
She says, "Thank you. These your friends?"
Alas, yes they are.
"Nice friends. What's your name?"
Name's Jason Black.
Your friend there? Is he really a killer?
I don't know about that, but he's sure as hell crazy. So.
Sounds like a killer to me. You guys want some nuts?
Yeah, darling. Some nuts would be fine. Thank you very much.
She puts up a couple bowls of nuts, one between John and Jason, one between John and Cletus.
I kind of look at her. Can you speak whatever the fuck language they're speaking?
What, the Redskins? Hell
yeah.
no.
Fuck. Like
they seem to
somebody
have taken a liking to you guys, though.
Yeah, I can tell that. I'd like somebody to translate whatever the fuck they're saying.
Nobody speaks that mumbo jumbo around here, I'm afraid.
They're being very rude.
I'm going to take off my cowboy hat and set it on the bar, stand up off my bar stool, take my jacket off, and hand it to John.
Where do you wear your pistol?
It's in the waistband of my pants, but my
so
shirt.
It's visible now.
My shirt's not my shirt's untucked.
Oh, okay. You got it covered with the shirt. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I fold my legs like I do, like a woman, and I spin around and I take a sip and kind of face in the direction of the Native American people talking at me.
Okay.
I look at John and Cletus.
John's still facing the bartender, I think.
This might get ugly. I'm going to walk over to the Native Americans.
Yep, and they're sitting there, and they finished they all slammed their drinks and slammed down the table.
Hey, fuckheads, if you're going to talk about us, speak English.
Chicana mocha tawane. And he spits on the ground right in front of your feet.
That's crocodile skin, bitch.
And they start to walk out of the bar.
John will stand up and go, "Wait, honorable scouts, we wish to speak with you."
They keep walking.
I'm going to walk forward and put my hand on one of their shoulders.
You put your hand on his shoulder?
Yeah.
He grabs your hand with his hand. He says, "Chica tawane."
I'm going to punch him in the face.
Okay, roll to hit.
That will be 15. 13 plus 2.
Yeah, okay. What's the damage on that? Unarmed attacks are, which is a D2, I think.
And I've got martial arts, if that does anything.
I don't know. You
Oh.
tell me. It's on your character sheet.
That's serious damage in this game.
Isn't that a 1d4 martial arts?
Here's combat.
Yeah, I think it's a 1d4. So I'm going to look for a 1d4.
That's fire attacks.
And John's gonna put his hand over Cledius and just shake his head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I add my strength modifier to the damage?
Yeah, you probably would. Just looking here. Damage, strength bonus. Yep. What's the whole martial arts thing? Combat and other dangers. Characters and equipment. Yeah, what's a D4 plus strength? Go for it anyway. I'm just going to make a decision. Just keep it moving.
Okay, that's 5 points of damage then.
Yeah, you fucking blast him in the face. Blood shoots out of his nose, and he staggers back. He takes a wild swing, hook swing at you in the process, and completely misses and like falls on his ass. And his two friends turn to you, and one of them pulls out like a Bowie knife looking thing.
As soon as he pulls the knife, that's
Roll
when
initiative.
I roll initiative.
Yeah.
So 11 plus 2, so 13.
Okay. The guy without the knife has initiative. He takes a swing at you and hits you. He does not have martial arts, though, so he does 2 points of damage. He punches you, hits you on the cheekbone or something, basically. The other one has the big knife. What are you going to do?
Okay, at first I'm going to punch the guy that just hit me.
John, you see the bartender picks up the phone and starts dialing.
I just like take out my gun and set it down on the counter and say,
He hangs up the phone.
Oh my god, you did not just do that.
He hangs up the phone.
Okay, that's going to be a 15 to hit.
Who are you hitting?
The guy who just hit me.
Okay, that'll hit. Damage?
Holy shit. It's going to be 7 points of damage.
Wow, you knock him the fuck out, man. He goes out cold. He's unconscious before he hits the ground. Jesus, you have martial arts, right?
Yeah.
He might die, actually.
I rolled full damage. Holy shit.
He drops anyway. He hits the ground like a fucking pile of shit. The other guy with a big ass knife. Here's the attacks you. Oh shit!
He just
That's
critted.
gonna be a critical hit.
Oh god. I'm already dead.
Okay, that does ×2 damage.
Yep, I'm dead.
8 points of damage.
Okay, I'm not dead, surprisingly.
Are you conscious?
Yeah. How much damage did you take to be conscious?
Well, you had to be in positives, less than 0 or more
Yeah,
than 0.
I'm still in positives because that's only it's only 10 points of damage. I've still got 6 left.
He did 8 points of damage.
Yeah, plus the
Oh,
2
yeah, I
before.
forgot you're not level 1 character. Yeah. He cuts a big gash right across your gut. You know, it hurts like hell. You're losing a lot of blood. He looks down at his friends. The other guy who you punched first is getting back to his feet, and he pulls out a pocket knife.
Holy fuck, these guys are serious. I hit one of them. I didn't try to kill the fucker.
Cledius, you're still sitting in the bar. What are you doing? You haven't done anything for about a round and a half. Now, you don't have to get involved in the fight. I'm just asking how you react to all this.
If you haven't figured out, Cletus is the calm and collective guy. I could easily stand up and destroy all these people, but I know better. So I'm just gonna sit there,
Watch, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sip my drink, and I'm gonna look at the barmaid and put my hands up like this. Wasn't me.
The guy who got up with the pocket knife, he goes next. He looks at you. He sees you're bleeding heavily from a stomach cut. And he reaches down and grabs his friend that's down on the ground by the arm. What do you do?
I'm going to reach down in my boot and pull out my fucking knife.
Okay, you pull out your knife. The other guy goes down and grabs the guy's other arm. So these two guys, one has a pocket knife, one has a fucking big-ass, like, survival knife, Bowie knife. And they've scooped their friend up by the two arms. They start to back towards the door, but they're watching you carefully. And they're looking over at your friends at the bar, too.
Yeah, I'm just holding my knife up and holding my stomach, and I'm going to let these fuckers leave.
They leave. But as they're going out the door, one of them looks at you one more time and says, Kana moka tawane.
English, motherfucker.
And they leave.
I hope you guys have a hospital close.
Yeah, Josh, you lose another point, another hit point from blood loss. And you're bleeding pretty severely. You need stitches.
You can't tourniquet off your stomach.
Does anybody have any medical knowledge?
Let me check. I don't think so.
A +1. I don't think you want me operating.
That's medical knowledge anyway. That's better than 0.
I've got some. Does the bar have a first aid kit?
Yeah, we got a first aid kit. She slaps it up on the bar.
Open it up. Take out the quick clot.
Yep.
Just rip it open.
There's no quick clot. It's pretty mundane first aid kit. There's gauze. There's bandage.
Burn salve.
There's some burn salve, yeah. There's a pair of scissors. There's some eye wash gel. There's
Alcohol
a piece for
swabs.
CPR.
We can sterilize it with whiskey.
That'll also thin the blood.
No, I mean with
No, he means sterilize it. Just pour the whiskey on the wound.
Yeah, pour the whiskey on the wound.
Just in case there was anything dirty on that knife.
Yeah, I take my shirt off. Now my gun's exposed. I'm going to pour whiskey over the wound and just wrap my midsection in gauze.
Everybody else in the bar has left now as well, so it's only you guys and the bartender.
I'm going to rotate the gun back at the bartender. I'm going to say, now you're going to give us some fucking answers.
Yeah, like, where's the nearest hospital? He's not going to do anything. Ignore him.
Nearest hospital is in Devil's Pass. It's about 8 miles up the main road, but the road's snowed in. You're not going to get there from here.
Oh, shit.
Like a nurse's station?
Sheriff's office?
God, I'm going to need a needle and thread.
Do you know how to sew, ma'am?
There's Taylor down the road. Josh, roll a medicine check.
Pretty sure that's a 20 with my modifier.
You managed to stop the bleeding, kind of. Temporarily, so you're not going to take too much more damage. You're not going to take a point of damage every round anyway for the moment. You didn't stop the bleeding, you slowed the bleeding, I'll say.
I could have swore I had that, but apparently I don't, so it's only an 18.
Still, same result.
Okay, there's a tailor up the road. We need to find the tailor. Is there a veterinarian in town?
No, the nearest veterinarian too is up there in Devil's Pass. Sorry. There's Taylor down the road. She'll give you the address. And she looks at you and says, "What the hell's wrong with you anyway? Picking a fist fight with the Indians? Are you crazy?" They're a bunch of vagabonds and thieves. You're lucky they didn't kill you.
Yeah, we are lucky.
Give me some salt.
Josh is muted.
Yeah. But just on your mic, not on your computer.
Oh, yeah, we are lucky. Oh, God.
You're badly hurt.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Like, Cletus, can you help me go to this fucking tailor?
Yeah.
I've been sewn up by a tailor in years.
What about John? You said you're going to give us some answers. She's there. You've got her exclusive attention since you drove out all of her business.
What's going on with the Native Americans? I don't want your bullshit answer.
What do you mean what's
You
going
tell
on
me
with
the
them?
real deal. What's
They
going
come
on
here-
with them?
They come here to work to support their whiskey addiction. What do you want?
Yeah. I've been seeing things, strange things around town, sweetheart.
I bet you see
They're
a lot of
turning
things.
into
What do you
animals.
want anyway?
What am I on?
Yeah, I see the look in your eyes. You're fucking whacked out on something.
The psychosphere, baby. The psychosphere.
Yeah, Psycho is right.
You know, you got a nasty mouth, but I guess it matches that fucked up face you got, too.
Is this a robbery, or are you going to fuck off out of my bar now?
I'm thinking about shooting you.
Well, I dialed 911 before I hung up that phone, so the cops should be here any minute.
Nice try.
So, if you got
Bluff
the
failed.
balls, go for it.
Cletus,
Fuck.
pick up the phone and star 69.
Cletus is muted.
Sorry, I'm joking. I actually walked out of the door with him to walk up to the tailor.
Okay, yeah, he's left, so it's just you in the bar.
Hand me the phone.
She says, you know, I'm sick of this shit. She reaches under the bar, and she pulls up a 12-gauge shotgun.
I run for the door.
She locks.
I take off sprinting because I'm actually not willing to kill her.
Okay, she doesn't shoot then. She doesn't want to fuck up her place anymore. She says, fucking tourists.
Alright, I'm gonna run. I'm running in the snow after them.
Okay, well, you catch up to them pretty quick because they're not running. Cletus is carrying him along, basically.
Crazy broad had a shotgun.
Who the fuck pulls a knife in a fist fight? Oh my God!
Guys, we're in serious trouble.
Oh shit!
Here's the thing. Roll a sense motive check real quick for me, Andrew.
I'm sensing motive.
Yeah. Just roll one for me real quick.
Alright, let me see. My sense motive is +1. 8.
Okay. Yeah, you're not sure if she really dialed 911 or not, but you're pretty sure she hung up that that phone before she dialed any numbers, but you're not 100% sure.
Yeah, I have a gut feeling it was a bluff.
A gut feeling? I think Josh has a gut feeling too, doesn't he? It's a gut feeling. Oh!
Rim shot.
Holy shit! Who the fuck pulls a knife in a fist fight? Jesus!
We need to find that tailor so he can stitch you up.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu, man.
You're lucky you didn't pull out a
you want
fucking towel.
You want to be very careful and choose your battles.
just shot the fuckers. Just shot all three of them.
Could have done that. You guys get to the tailors. Cletus, you go in. You've got Jason. You're basically practically half carrying him. Jason, take another hit point of damage.
Okay, that's like that puts me at like 4. So.
Okay.
Not dead yet.
He's getting weaker. You're basically carrying him in. Taylor says, turns around. He's a mid-40s, bald. Just got the kind of what do you call that? The just sides and back hair. glasses that are really thick, but they're pushed too far down over his nose, so he's actually looking over them as he's working on something on a mannequin. He says, "Hello, welcome to Morrison's."
I need a needle, thread, and a belt.
He turns and looks. He pushes the glasses up and he says, "Oh my God!"
Pardon me, sir. Do you do custom work?
Oh, really?
And he says, "Oh my God, what happened? What?" And he starts pulling out. He throws needles, threads, and he throws a belt at you guys.
Man, those Indians, man, they attacked us, tried to rob us, cut my friend here.
We need you, Taylor. We need your steady hands. You're gonna have to stitch this wound.
Yeah, I put the belt in my throat. I take the belt, fold it over. Okay, just do a simple cross stitch all the way across. And that's I bite down on the belt.
But I'm a tailor. I'm not a doctor.
The same
We'll pay
thing.
well.
Do it.
Roll a diplomacy check. Who wants to try to convince him? Or an intimidation check, if you prefer.
I do.
John.
I critically failed.
And he goes, "I think I'm going to throw up."
I just start stitching myself up.
He runs to the back and you hear,
Yeah, I pull out my lighter, heat the needle, put thread through it, and start to sew myself up.
"Give me, is there a medicine check? I'm not familiar with the skills. Sorry, I keep taking D&D 5th edition.
There's a heal.
Heal, that's the one. I'm thinking of medicine makes more sense than heal, but yeah, roll heal.
That is going to be a 18.
Okay. You can get it. Take another point of blood loss damage.
Okay, that's takes me down to 3.
You stitch yourself up, and the tailor, after yakking in the back room for a while, comes out and says, I'm gonna call the sheriff. I'll get you some help." And he rolls over and he picks up the phone.
I take out the gun.
Quit doing that!
You take out the gun and what?
I just go and point it at him.
I'm trying to get some help.
No, my friend. I'm not going to shoot you. Put the phone down.
Would you quit doing that shit?
He puts the phone down and says, I thought you guys were attacked by Indians. I was trying to help. I'm sorry.
No. Put your hands down. We're not going to hurt you, son.
Son, I'm over.
Yeah, I pretty much look at John, point my finger. Would you quit doing and just pass out?
I slam my hands down on the counter and I go, "Cledius, I think we're starting to lose this one. Take this thing away from us."
What do you guys want? What do you want? Take it. Whatever you want. Just take it and go.
No, we're not robbing you. We're not robbing you. There was a misunderstanding at the bar, and I don't think it's a good idea for you to call the cops right now.
You're the guy.
Fuck.
You're the guy. I heard about the murders at the hotel. You're the suspect. Look, man.
Thanks, John.
Look, I'm not going to call the cops. The line's dead. Pick it up. Check for yourself. I promise you.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm not even going to check the line. Cledius. What the fuck do we do from here, Cledius?
Look, man. Look, do you need more thread? You need some. What do you want? You want some cloth? I got lots of cloth. You want clothes? Money? I don't have a lot, but you can take whatever's in the register, man.
Clothes. Wait. Cledius, I think it's time for us to change the way we look.
These are custom tailored clothes here, man. You got any big and tall clothes in there?
He looks at you, Says, I don't have anything in your size, that's for goddamn sure.
Well, I didn't do a damn thing.
How
But
tall
I'm
are you?
guilty
You're
by
the tallest I've ever
association.
seen. You play basketball?
I did a little. That's not the important thing. The important thing here is that everybody calm down. Everybody just calm down.
Do you have a cot, a bed, anything in the back here?
I got a sofa.
I look at Cledius. I look down at Jason.
All right. Let's pick them up,
But
put them on the sofa.
Before we grab him, I'm gonna say, we're gonna compensate you for this. We're not thieves, though we probably look like it at this point, and worse.
So what is it then? If it's not the money, you just kill for the thrill?
No, we're not killers. We're not killers. There's something fucking going on here. It's just all getting away from us. It looks bad.
Look,
This is starting to look bad.
You killed 2 people at the hotel. You come in here with your friend with a knife wound, and now you're threatening me with a gun. I mean,
No.
Jason starts to regain consciousness.
Yeah, I just kind of mumble in my unconsciousness. Who the fuck pulls a knife out in a fist fight?
I look at the tail and I say, "Help Cledius carry him," and I keep my hand on my gun.
Okay, he'll help whatever you want.
All right. So we go pick them up and put them on the sofa in the back.
Okay. I want a Constitution save, or it'd be a Fortitude save in this game, Josh.
Fortitude save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's probably not going to be good even with the modifier, but we'll go ahead and check. Oh, wait, no, I got 5 to Fortitude save. Shit. 16.
Okay, you don't lose any more damage, and you slip into a nice peaceful sleep.
All right, Cledius. Talk to me, Frank. Do you see a way out?
Fucked. That's what.
Yeah, this is not good.
Look, man, you tell me you didn't kill nobody. Roll a diplomacy check.
Oh man,
That's for John, by the way.
let me see. My diplomacy is not great. It's a 2. Okay, so let's see what the roll is. An 11.
It's good enough. Listen, I believe you, okay? I don't know what the hell happened with your friend there. I don't know why you felt the need to point a gun at me when I was trying to help you guys. But listen, what's going on? Just tell me.
Okay. Here's how it went down. We were driving to the West Coast. Car broke down. Walked to the hotel in the snow. Went to our fucking rooms. Guy next to us got murdered. Sheriff came.
Hold on. This isn't going to work if you're going to lie to me. Okay? Look, I know a thing about people. And when you said car broke down, I saw your left cheek twitch twice. I know that you're telling a lie. What happened to the car?
It went off-road, got stuck in a bank.
You're still lying. Maybe I can't help you after all.
I look over at Cledius. What are we going to do with him?
You going to kill me?
This might be
No, we're not going to kill you. But we can't have you running around either.
What happened to your car?
Stuck in a bank. Stuck in a bank.
Yeah, that's true. Why? Why is it stuck in a bank? Did you wreck?
Icy roads.
Okay, fine. That's fair. You wrecked the car. I get that. I don't know why you have to lie about such a mundane thing. You think I'm going to judge you? You came in here pointing a gun at me, forcing me to stitch your friend up, and you think I'm going to judge you for crashing your car on some icy roads? Man.
I don't really care what you think.
You You're from a city, aren't you?
Chicago,
You city folk just don't make any sense to me.
from the city.
So, okay, carry on with your story then. Now that we're on the level.
Okay,
You crashed your car and you got stuck here.
indeed. And we got holed up in the hotel, and the room next to us, we don't know who was in there, but they got viciously murdered. We heard it. We went to
I
investigate.
heard about that. It's a Carson fellow. He got thrown out the window.
Carson, that's interesting. I did not know that.
Oh,
He,
yeah. Yeah, it's in the Valley Voice newspaper this morning.
have to give that newspaper a look. We went to investigate. We share a wall with the room where the guy got murdered. We go in. Someone calls the cops. Cops show up. We look suspicious. I give the sheriff a little bit of guff. Guy's a dick. I'm sorry. Sheriff's a dick.
Sheriff Wilhelm has a tough job, you know. He's the only sheriff. He's got to look after this whole town.
It's true. I won't begrudge him. He doesn't have an easy job.
He
Anyways,
doesn't get a lot of respect either, you know, being black and all.
yeah, I'm sure. Tough racket.
He's a good man. I know him very well.
Well, I'm former police, so I know how it goes.
Yeah, the article said that too. Didn't say your name. They just said that the next police officer was the chief suspect in the murder.
I was in the article?
Yeah. Yeah, you're in the paper. Everybody knows about you.
Okay. So, he suspects us. There's another murder, same night, close proximity, couple hours away. He goes down to investigate. One of our parties down there.
But everybody knows about it. Talk goes fast around a small town.
Well, he puts two and two together, says, all these murders right when we show up, has to be us. But it wasn't.
They didn't say anything about your friends, just said about you.
Yeah, it's because I'm a little eccentric and I have a big mouth, if you haven't noticed.
Really?
So I make an impression, and it's usually the wrong kind. I take out a cigarette. Mind if I smoke?
You got one for me?
Yeah, I'll give him a cig.
Smoke him if you got him.
Cladius, you pulling out your pipe?
No, I left it at the hotel.
You know, his hand is shaking as he takes a cigarette.
So, oh, shit, I forgot. He never did tell us his name, did he? So, what's your name?
His name's William.
William. Sorry for all this. This is
not as sorry as me, friend.
William.
This is not how we normally do business at all. But what do you know about the Native American population that work in the mines around here?
Well, nobody likes them. Nobody trusts them.
Okay.
What are they here for? They come here for the work?
I have no idea.
The nearest reservation is, what, 250 miles away?
Ah, yes.
It doesn't make any sense.
By the way we drive. But how far is it by the way the crow flies? I walk over to the wall and start tracing a painting with my finger.
He looks confused and says,
Are you a believer, William? Are you a spiritual man? And now I fold my arms behind my back and just stare at the painting.
He says, no, I don't believe in God.
Good. There is no God. Step 1. Step 2. Men can become gods. See the paradox? And now I start pacing, stroking my beard.
Listen, I believe you. I can see it in your eyes. You didn't kill those people. But I can tell by your actions why they suspect you. I don't know what you're here, what you're trying to do, what all this mumbo jumbo you speak about is, but I believe you're not a killer.
I want to tell you everything, William. I really do. But it
I don't
requires
think I want
faith.
to hear it.
It
Honestly.
requires a deal of faith.
Well, I'm not a man of faith.
Ah.
And I think your friend there, he's going to be okay. He was in bad shape when you brought him in there. He's in better shape now. I think you should take him to see a doctor as soon as the roads clear up. But in the meantime, if you don't mind me saying so, I really wish you guys would all just get the fuck out of my store so I can close up for the day, go home, kiss my wife, and go to sleep. I'm not going to call the cops on you. I couldn't if I wanted to. I'd have to walk to the sheriff's station. Check the phone. The phone lines are down. They've been down all morning. I was bluffing.
Now I look out the window and my eyes narrow on the snow.
Yep, there's a lot of it.
I turn around briskly and I look at him. I want to sense his motive.
Okay, roll.
Okay. So, +1, so 14.
Okay. Yeah, he's being straight with you. He is scared. He's tired. He doesn't want any more of this bullshit. He honestly doesn't think that you're probably the person the papers make you out to be. But at the same time, he doesn't want to deal with you anymore. He wants to go home.
How much money makes this go away?
Sleep.
How much money makes this go away, William?
And a light shines in the back of his eyes. He says, $200?
I look at Cleidius, turn my head sideways, askingly.
Yeah.
Well, you believe we're not killers, and I know this is a substantial risk to you. We've got blood all over the place. We used up your time. We give you $200. We go our separate ways. You don't go to the cops. We'll solve what's going on here. If you really believe we didn't do it.
He says, deal. And he reaches out his hand. And he's not shaking as much as he was earlier.
I shake, and I'll pull out my wallet and give him $200. At this point, I'm about broke.
He says, look, man, the sheriff's going to have plenty of shit to deal with without having to listen to me, I'm sure, with you guys in town. So don't worry about me. And he goes over, he turns the close sign around in the window, pulls out his keys.
Do you have a sled?
No, but I have a snowmobile.
I'm trying to figure out how we're going to transport our buddy here back.
I got a snowmobile, but, gas prices and all.
I look at Cleidius and turn my head again askingly.
We're gonna have to dig in his pockets because I got like 50 cents left, man.
Snowmobile isn't going to get you to Devil's Pass, I can tell you that if that's what you're thinking. You're going to have to count on your friend just making it through on his own unless you want to wait a few days for the pass to clear.
We're just trying to get him back to the hotel.
Oh, the hotel's only a couple miles away. I mean, so I'll tell you what. You want to take him back to the hotel? I'll drive him up on the snowmobile.
Deal.
Actually, no. Shit. Sorry. Snowmobile's not necessary. I'll drive him up in my car. You guys can ride along. Just kind of please make sure the bleeding is stopped before, or wrap him in a blanket or something. I'd really rather you guys not bleed all over the backseat of my Cadillac.
Sure, you got a blanket?
Yeah, I think I got something in the trunk.
All right.
Just give us some
Yeah.
newspaper.
You guys go out to the car. He pulls out a dirty old oil-stained blanket that's used for changing the oil in his Eldorado. Eldorado? No, the Cadillac, what is it? Fucking Coupe de Ville.
Coupe de Ville. There you go.
Eldorado's Dodge, isn't there something? It's a truck or something. Yeah, fuck that. He's got Coupe de Ville.
Okay. So yeah, we'll wrap him up.
Lay him on that.
All right.
You guys
So
take
let's
him back
do-
up to the hotel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And you guys really know how to fuck up a trip to town, I gotta say. Okay. He drives you guys back to the hotel. And when you guys get there, and Cletus is dragging Jason out of the back of the car, and he looks at John and he says, "Listen, I meant what I said. I believe you. Okay? Don't worry about it."
You just
Alright.
see John do a little bit of legerdemain. His card appears in his hand and he hands it to him. He says, Shambhala, private investigators. If you see anything, let us know.
I will let you know. Thank you for not killing me.
We're not killers, man. And I turn around and I have like a look on my eyes like, holy shit!
And when you get out of the car, he tears off out of there.
Yeah, as he's leaving, the John say, "Yeah, if you tell the cops, we'll fucking kill you, right?"
We need to get up to the room and get Molly.
Okay, at
Yeah.
this stage, I mean, it's late morning. You're gonna have to go wake Molly up. You've got Jason who's wounded, but he'll be recovering. He'll start to recover the next day. Nice turnout on your investigation. Yeah, and we're gonna take a quick bio break before we resume. I'm actually gonna stop this hangout like I did last time. Split off into part 2. Yeah. So
All right.
I'll see you guys in a few minutes.
Awesome.